In today's brief video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the sad but real truth when it comes to quitting smoking weed. And the things that I'm going to talk about in today's video could apply to quitting any addiction. I don't care if it's weed, alcohol, nicotine, pornography. This video applies to you if you're trying to quit. Now, if it's our first time meeting, my name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of AddictionMindset recovery coaching programs, where we help people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content. If you want to learn more about Addiction Mindset recovery coaching, be sure to check the video description and the pinned comment for more information. Truth number one, reality number one when it comes to quitting any drug addiction is that when you first quit, it's not all fairy tales and roses and happiness and, oh, I'm fixing my relationships, I'm getting more money, my health is completely turning around and taking a 360. For me, when I first quit smoking weed and using nicotine and watching porn, the first week to month really sucked. Because during this time, you're typically dealing with very acute withdrawal symptoms. And then maybe even thereafter, you're dealing with some post-acute substance abuse withdrawal symptoms. And there's really nothing fun about withdrawal. Like, there's no way to spin that. Withdrawal sucks. I was sweaty. I had insomnia. My stomach hurt, right? My muscles ached. It really sucked. But on the brighter side of that, on the truthful side of that, you're going through something that's challenging and you're figuring out how to get through that something being drug withdrawal or weed withdrawal or whatever it may be. As you go through this process, there is no question that you are building a certain level of perseverance and a certain level of strength. And what you can do after you get through the withdrawals as you progress in your kind of sobriety and recovery process, you can apply that strength, you can apply that grit, you can apply that perseverance to other challenging aspects of your life that are guaranteed to arise at one point or another. So I want you guys to keep your head up when you're going through the withdrawals. It's like going through a tough workout, right? It kind of sucks waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. It kind of sucks going through this hard workout. Your muscles are sore. You're really pushing it. But at the end of the day, you're going to physically feel stronger. You're going to have a better appearance physically. And I think mentally too, you're going to feel good about it if you accomplish a challenging thing, right? Whether it's like a workout or running a marathon. Drug withdrawal is no different. Once you get to the end of it, I promise you're going to have a renowned sense of strength and like just perseverance. It's an awesome feeling and you can apply it to many areas of your life. Now, the second sad truth about quitting any addiction is you're probably going to have to start answering questions that people are asking you. People might be asking you, hey, two ends to this. One, why are you so miserable? Why are you being such a prick, right? Because a lot of times when we quit a drug, we become very irritable. So you might need to explain to people that you love what's going on. Now, on the upside of that, as you start to get better, people are going to start to ask a very different set of questions. Hey, why do you look so good? Hey, your skin looks different. How are you so energetic? How are you so happy? How are you so blank? Fill in the positive word, whatever you want it to be. You're going to have to start to explain to people, you don't have to, but you may want to, what it is that you're doing differently. Oh, I gave up drinking. Oh, I gave up smoking weed. Because people are probably going to start to recognize some long-term positive changes. So be ready to explain yourself to people if you're not right now. The next truth about quitting an addiction is you're probably going to find yourself spending more money on random things. Now, why is this? When we quit smoking weed or drinking alcohol or whatever it may be, you're going to notice that the money in your bank account is starting to go up. And this is really exciting because now you're going to have the opportunity to spend that money on things that you actually care about. You might get into investing. You might buy camera equipment and start your own YouTube channel. It's a lot of work and a lot of responsibility when you actually start to accumulate some degree of money. And that's just something that you guys are going to have to get ready to handle when you quit smoking weed or quit whatever the addiction may be. The next thing, and this is probably the scariest thing about quitting an addiction, is you might start to notice that you achieve that next level of success, whether it's in your relationship, in your career, in your physical health, in your mental health, whatever it may be. And with that next level of success comes another newfound level of responsibility. And when you start to take on these new responsibilities that come with success, that's a lot of pressure. And you have to find ways to maintain it. You have to find ways to keep it going. And this is just one of the realities about quitting drugs. When people stop using drugs, their careers usually advance, their relationships usually advance, and they usually tend to take on more responsibility. And this responsibility usually leads to a greater feeling of pride, to a greater feeling of commitment and accountability towards something or someone. And this is something that you're now going to have to maintain going forward, hopefully for the rest of your life. Guys, I know I kind of made this video slightly misleading in saying that, 5 scary but real truths about quitting drugs, but I want you guys to realize something. The only thing that's actually scary about drug addiction is continuing a life stuck in active addiction. At the end of this conversation, even the withdrawals are nothing to be afraid of. At the end of the day, quitting smoking weed, quitting drinking alcohol, quitting watching porn, if you stick with it long enough and you put in the work, I promise you, you're only going to reap the rewards. There's no negatives to this, guys. There's truly no negatives. Not that I can think of. Even the withdrawals, I put a positive spin on it for you. All right, why don't you follow me into my next video where I talk a little bit about how I stay on track, how I stay committed, and how I keep myself accountable. I'll see you guys there.